IoT and AI for any smart city or building will be the key thing going forward. It's already contributing, and it will be more visible, and it will be more result oriented, I would say.
Welcome, folks, to a brand new episode of our podcast, Human and AI, Mind, Machines, and the Great in Descent.
Thanks for tuning in again to geek out with us over the fascinating field of AI and machine learning and the role of humans in it. We are super excited today to have Afzal, Shabaz, Mohammed with us. Afzal is the head of MindSphere and the command and control team of the Expo2020 Dubai project here at Siemens. He is passionate about sustainability, digitalization, and shaping the transformation of smart cities. I think this already sounds super exciting, so let's lose no more time and kick off this episode. Afzal, we're super happy to have you with us today and that you took some time out of your busy schedule to share some perspectives on AI in our podcast. How are you and where do we catch you today? Or shall we ask, aap kaise hai?
Aubrey, Uli, super happy to be on your podcast. हम बहुत बढ़िया हैं, and you catch me today in Dubai in my home office.
Yeah, also awesome. So you're, if you look a bit on the Vita, right? You're from Pune to Dublin to Dubai, right? It seems to quite some experience, a world citizen, I would say, right? But it seems to be also that you have a red line somehow, or a bit a guiding line. Your passion for smart buildings and smart cities, right? What is for you actually a smart building? Can you elaborate a bit?
Yeah, it's been an amazing journey, Uli. Starting from HCL Infosystems in Pune, starting my career as an engineer for infrastructure projects. I spent more than 23 years in critical enterprise projects, of which 20 plus years in Siemens, heavily focusing on critical infrastructures, large enterprise projects. Smart cities, you can say, command and control centers, and so on and so forth. Yeah, over a period of time, really developed liking for smart cities and smart campuses, smart buildings. It's been an amazing curve, starting from Asia, where I'm from. I'm from India, to Middle East, to Europe. That's Dublin, Ireland. And back in Middle East. So it's been an amazing journey, going through different business units in Siemens world. That's what Siemens has given me opportunity to experiment and take my career where I can, where I'm interested in doing work. So it's been an interesting journey so far. You're absolutely correct. Smart cities and smart buildings campuses are close to my heart, and they are one of the key parts of our I would say the human journey, what we have, be it human centric sustainable cities, buildings, campuses. What really excites me is how can we create that, and how can we play a role in that particular topic, be it reducing the carbon emissions, monitoring assets, analyzing the data, space management. We are talking about how buildings can be, cities can be human and people centric, and creating the digital solutions for the cities of the future, or you can say smart buildings of the future. Yeah.
Awesome. That's such an exciting and crucial area to work in and to be active in, especially if we look at some stats that say that it's estimated that by 2050, 70% of the world's population will live in cities. And that brings a lot of tensions with it, right? So where do you perceive the greatest challenges in the transformation of the infrastructure, energy, mobility?
Where do you want me to start, actually? Okay. Our cities continue to grow at an unprecedented rate. We are living in an incredible urban world. Uh, you're absolutely correct. More than two-thirds of the world's population will live in urban areas by 2050. Cities are under pressure, we like it or not, creating a wide range of challenges. I'd just like to quote a few examples. Poor air quality in Los Angeles, or in some cities in
Mm,
China or in India for that matter. Inefficient water, water scarcity be it in Buenos Aires, or I would say traffic challenges in cities like London and Mumbai and many other cities in Asia, for example. Right?
mm,
There are multiple topics. Right? Many cities have smart city strategy, but what my learning so far, implementation of many smart city strategies and use cases, that's a key challenge. That's what I've learned so far in this.
mm,
Cities are creating humongous of data. There's no dearth of data. Data is there. But again, how do we effectively gather the data,
mm,
analyze, use effectively, and derive the value of data to make those cities smarter, livable, right? That's where the challenge is. Um, Key thing is to think integrated,
mhm,
stay connected, maximize the city potential, and drive digitalization. Um, Leveraging data insight is something everyone talks about it, but I've seen very little happening there. We talk about data there. Are we really leveraging the insights? And actually solving the increasing complexities what we have for our stakeholders who are running the cities, right?
mhm,
That's what is important. And there are few things what I have in mind whenever we think about these challenges. Um, how do we define this strategy, right? And IoT plays a big role in that. IoT and AI for any smart city or building will be the key thing going forward. It's already contributing, and it will be more visible, and it will be more result oriented, I would say. Turning data into smart data, making the better environment and society, optimize this, increase the operational efficiency, improve the asset and infrastructure efficiency, and improving quality of life. These are the few things I would say. It is also important to look at different dimensions of city development in a holistic manner, because what happens is we cannot say one size fits all. I cannot say the learning from London can be applied to a Munich, or Munich can be applied to any other city in North America or Asia Pacific. So every city has its own challenge, every city has its own journey. We need to look at things in a holistic manner, and we need to work with the city stakeholders in a right direction, and have a right mix of digital tech. And this is where we can there are enough tools today available. It's all about working together, having the right kind of a start, a right kind of a partnership, and definitely we can see, we can improve the quality of life and make the cities safe, secure, and sustainable. This is what I think. Yeah, sorry for the long answer, but
Yeah, well, we are done, right? You said it all. No, no, no. Thanks for sharing. Quite awesome, super dope. And you mentioned already, right, that AI will play a part in this, needs to play a part to make sense out of data. And if you look a bit on on the hips and hypes of the last years, also in machine learning, but then there were these bold strategies actually, and one of these bold strategy, which I found right in October 2017, UAE government launched actually the UAE strategy for AI with quite some bold ambitions to become actually world leader in AI by 2031. Can you, given your experience, can you how do you see currently the role of AI and machine learning in the UAE? Is there how to cope with data? How is it motivated? Is it supported? Is it funded? How do you cope with talent? Maybe can you share?
it's an amazing initiative, I would say. 2017 October, and a UAE initiated strategy for artificial intelligence. Just imagine, Uli, how cool is it to think that you have a dedicated minister for AI? We have
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
right? So
yeah.
we have
Cool.
a minister, and his AI office is actually tasked with proposing policies to create AI-friendly ecosystem. create that advancements in the sectors, promoting the collaboration between public and private sectors, and including not limited to UAE, not limited to Middle Eastern region. We're talking about international institutions to, adapt, accelerate AI in the normal form of life. That's what is the key goal of, Ministry of AI and his office. And if you look at the vision itself, the UAE has a vision to become a world leader in AI by 2031, creating a new economy. We are talking about social opportunities for citizens, governments, businesses, and bring that growth. The vehicle is about actually creating the growth, giving the better livelihood for the citizens, and creating the opportunity to collaborate and excel. UAE aims to become a fast adapter of emerging AI technologies, across the governmental topics, and we can see, they're already attracting top talent, and experimenting with new technologies. I would say, in various verticals, in sophisticated areas, and they're also creating the secure ecosystems to solve complex problems. That initiative has really started well. And aspiration, having an aspiration of becoming a major hub for developing AI technology techniques and legislation is also a key thing, and creating those IPs, and creating that, I would say, footprint in the Middle East to say we can drive innovation and technology. So it is actually a very good initiative. It's government funded, enabling, I would say, pilot projects. But they're also, like, we are looking at these proof of concepts, which are designed by private and public sector or a consortia. There are a few verticals already which are identified, and they're working on these topics, be it, resources, energy, mobility and logistics, banking, e-commerce, and tourism, and more actually to be added, right? So they are looking into these topics, and we can see there are already few good results in terms of, I would say, achieving KPIs based on the investments and aspirations. So moving from the paper-based economy to totally e-com. We are talking about everything on this lies part of it, and they're trying to look into how they can look into various sectors and ministries working together, and bring that one kind of a look and feel for either ease of business, or information share with the residents, and so on and so forth. Maybe, I take a quick, I want to borrow a quote from the leadership of UAE here. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. He's the Vice President and Prime Minister of United Arab Emirates and ruler of, Emirates of Dubai. I would say, the quote says, "The race for excellence has no finish line." That means, it's an initiative, it's a journey. Yeah.
No, that's very well said. Yeah, awesome. I stumbled over actually on job offerings, when I read about the strategy, and the job offering read like hey, here is the wish list for every data scientist. You get access to these kinds of data. Right? You have access to these crazy amount of compute, and you're absolutely free to fund your research agenda. And it's like, what the heck? This is like paradise. What they are up to here, right? Not sure how it's now and updated. But Afzal, speaking on AI and technology, right? I remember the first time we met actually a bit was back in the days, UAE, a couple of years, 4 years, 5 years ago, maybe, right? At the ADB initiative, actually on the topic of AI, right? And we had some sharing, some exercise, and some a bit of, interacting with, machine learning and technology. So if you consider, and you're a geek by yourself somehow as well, and deep in tech, right? What is something, are there any inside or outside breakthroughs that got you impressed, and it's like, oh, that's super dope, that's quite relevant for your field?
Locally in Dubai, I can say Smart Dubai office is actually running multiple initiatives there, and they have achieved some tangible results, and they're more investing more on that. It's a dream for any data scientist to be part of this ecosystem and leverage that, and bring those entrepreneurial skills and problem solving skills, and leverage the infrastructure, and the push, and the support you get. What I know, there are many streams, but which was noticeable in terms of traffic, energy, and other segments here, especially in UAE and Dubai. They are leveraging that already. Some more work has been done in terms of the healthcare sector based on this COVID topic, which has happened, COVID-19. Uh, um, More to come, and it is actually very impressive and the peak of COVID to pick up such an innovation and still drive that, and support that AI strategy. So I can only see it's growing big, and more will be contributed in the business. As you know, Dubai is always known for big and better, right? Be number
Mm.
one and do the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
So with that aspiration, I think the investments are going in right direction, and results are there, and more to come, I would say. And in terms of our own Siemens World, I would say, or any other partner ecosystem, there are a lot of initiatives in Siemens which I see very promising, be it in the industry or in other segments, mobility specifically, or industry, when I say factories and others. They are very promising things, and more to happen. And we're also going to leverage partnerships, be it a partnership with Google for AI related topics, or Mindsphere has signed up. I would say partner like Tangent, networks for the auto ML topic,
Mhm.
right? So we see a lot more happening in the industrial industry 4.0 segment, and promising things there. Um, do you want to really comment? You want me to comment on what's happening in Google's and Tesla's and others of the world? Yeah, there's a lot of things, but I don't know how much of that will be relevant for what we do as Siemens as a company. There is,
Mhm.
because our topics are more based on life and life and safety and production,
Mhm.
and optimizing the assets, and
Mhm.
managing the assets, improving the life of the assets, and minimizing the downtime. So
Mhm.
we need to see what technology can be adapted and used. I don't want to be driven by the hype what we have. Not everything
Mhm.
is AI. Uh, yeah, we are adapting right now in Siemens, and we are experimenting few, going beyond POC, how that will convert into an industrial solution. That's what we need to keep a close eye on. But it's really an interesting space, be it within Siemens or partner ecosystem, or the larger community.
The next big project ahead is the Expo 2020, and you are in the lead together with Oliver Kraft and some others within Siemens. Can you maybe give us a brief overview on the status and scale of it, what it actually means to build an Expo 2020 from scratch? Because that sounds just like unbelievably such a big project, a lot of pressure probably also. And what's also the role of digital technologies in this whole construct? I've even heard that there has been an atlas for digitalization launch, right?
Exactly. So if you look at the Expo 2020 project, when I was in building technologies before I took this current role of heading the Mindsphere team, that's where my journey for Expo 2020 started. It's roughly, I think, 3.5 years now when I started this topic. When I was heading the business development and strategy digitalization for BT Middle East. This is where the journey for Expo 2020 started. We were not a partner at that time. We were interacting with Expo, trying to create the awareness of Siemens and the Siemens tech, what it can do for Expo. Um, I still remember, the initial days when we visited Expo, the way we used to see Expo and the way customer used to see Expo. Just imagine you have a huge site. It's a greenfield project. It's 4.2 square kilometers of we are talking about a site. We are talking about more than 130 plus buildings, an infrastructure which should have a capability to host up to 20 million visitors. That's a number they had in mind. So that means a throughput of more than 350,000 people every day, right? So just look at the scale. When we think of a smart city, smart district, we always think of throughput, infrastructure, safety, security. But Expo is a combination of not only a smart city, smart district, but beyond that, it's a mega event, right? So it has both the flavors. So you're talking about just to compare. If you look at Olympic Games or Football World Cup Championships, these are for a few weeks. Expo is for 6 months. And the participation, scale of participation, 190 plus countries will participate, right? So it's a huge platform for any company to come and create a history in terms of innovation or solving the challenges. So for us, we always from day one had in mind Expo is not only a mega event, but it's a smart city project. I still remember the memory is quite fresh for me when we took Expo to London, to Crystal, our smart city hub that time, to really explain that it's not only an event, because Expo was pretty much focused on event, and we keep. I still remember we kept reminding Expo about it's a mega event for sure, but it's a smart city. You need to look at infrastructure piece of it. How do we manage safety, security, comfort, and all of the resilience what we need for such an event? So starting from there and what we are today, it's an amazing project by itself. I've never seen in my 24 plus years of my enterprise career as such a project where government is actually pushing to create a blueprint for future smart cities. This is actually a drive from Dubai government. They not only want to create a mega event, but this is more like it has a life in legacy. So post Expo, this will convert into a District 2020, which will be a smart city of its kind. Imagine a campus or a city with 5G, which is already 5G enabled, with a public Wi-Fi, with an IoT platform, with robotics, and you can name it. Any digital tech what you can think of, be it enterprise or operational technology, it is deployed. So it's an amazing project, and it came its own set of challenges. And COVID has really helped the entire piece by redefining it. We were in the middle of a project execution, and COVID came into play, and we have to deliver a lot of things remotely with collaborating with multiple partners and team members. So it's an amazing project by itself, by any stretch, I would say.
Yeah, amazing, right? And on the other side, congratulations, dude! You have been actually most recently also awarded as one of the innovators of the year at Siemens, right? In this context, that's super dope, right? That's quite a good recognition actually for the passion and work. Can you share a bit with us and the audience? What is the innovation all about and the team setup?
Yeah, I would say I'm thankful to Siemens and happy to be part of innovators of in Siemens League. I would say Expo, the Innovation of the Year award was for the Expo Smart City application, what we developed as an application framework for user experience, UX part of it. So Expo 2020 project actually provided us the test bed, to research, create something which is universally adaptable, scalable and reusable. And that was an aspiration from day one as a team. Lucky to have a amazing, team, a great pool of talent, I would say, who are all passionate about creating something for Siemens and for smart city space. I would say, what we have done is, if you look at Expo itself, we are talking about 130 plus buildings. We are talking, 200,000 plus data points in the building management systems, and we're talking about data coming from security systems, enterprise systems, and systems which cannot talk, for example, but the data is pushed. For example, waste management data is captured through some web forms, and they want to manage the data. So bringing a complex data from different subsystems. At Expo site, we are integrating with more than 23 plus subsystems, and the scale is humongous. Just imagine we're talking about up to 3,000 or 5,000 doors, card readers which are connected. We're talking about ANPR, number plate recognition cameras which are feeding the data. We'll have the parking occupancy data. So there are a lot of things which are very interesting, and we are trying to bring this together for the first time. So we are merging the OT, IT, structured, unstructured data, and it has to be user friendly. The challenge what Expo posed is, Expo was very clear from day one. We don't want to see one Moscata system. It's boring. You have to create something which is user friendly, cognitively usable but not heavy, easy to navigate through, and data, when it is available, it is actually easy to understand by people with technology background or people who are non-technical, for example, right? So easy
Mm-hmm.
to bring all the stakeholders in a one particular room and explain this. So they always ask for a single pane of glass. So the challenge was to bring this data and manage this data from different data sources and make it user friendly, so that variety of stakeholders who want to run the operations, be it security, operations team, we are talking sustainability team, health and safety team, they get the slice of data irrespective of where the data is generated. They're able to monitor and manage this, and have the data on the fingertips. If you're in the control room or if you're walking around with your smart tab,
Mm-hmm.
you have all the information on your fingertips. And we always focus on key things: reusable, scalable, and contextualize the data. So, irrespective of the volume, velocity, and the wide variety of data what we got, it's about actually merging that and massaging the data, derive the value, and present it to different stakeholders. I think that was a great blunt, and the challenge itself was amazing from the customer. And you need customers like that to change your mindset. And we were clearly told we need to have data in both 2D and 3D, so it's like a digital twin. So we were able to blend that as well. In all, I would say that was a great initiative. It's a classic example of if you have a customer with clear, I would say, aspirational requirements and willing to walk the step, it's actually a co-created project.
Awesome. So super awesome. The human side, right? Human side on the technology. You need to leverage and need to include and have this different perspective of users, expert, user, engineer, service in there. Let's talk about a bit more on the data. Actually, let's talk about role of machine learning and data insights and AI in the context of the expo. Last year, you were already, you were actually collaborating in the AI for Sustainability hackathon together with the lab. Can you, so there are certain cases and opportunities in machine learning data analytics, that are spinned out, obviously, to from the expo ecosystem there. What kind of data are being generated, and what can geeks expect? Where's a bit of the machine learning aspects in there, or could be in there, in this initiative? Can you share?
I would like to begin with thanking you and AI Labs team for the opportunity to participate in the hackathon. Actually, that gave us great
Charming as
insight.
usual. Charming as usual.
And to be I would say thankful to you. It's not only that, if you still remember, Uli, we got Expo to AI Labs to inspire them what Siemens is capable
Yes.
of. This
Yeah.
is much before the contract for the smart city application was awarded to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
We came to your lab. We went through the use cases what Siemens can really handle, be it mobility and other use cases, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that opened up a lot of things for us in Expo. Post that, the hackathon was a very good, I would say, a learning curve for us. We got some great insights. How do we look at the data. So our focus right now for Expo, or you can call about AI topics. We have a ton of data we bring into MindSphere, like I've mentioned, structured, semi-structured, IoT data in terms of time series. We're also getting a bit of enterprise data. We're also getting a data which is a non-IoT in nature. So our focus was to to have something which we can deliver in the peak of pandemic, because as you know, Expo project got delayed due to 1 year. It got impacted. When I say delayed, we are working where we can, but the event itself got postponed by 1 year, and we have to replan everything and work on it. Given the time we have and what we need to deliver, we have prioritized energy forecasting, prediction, and optimization for the buildings. So what we're doing there is we are working on three topics. We are developing an AI model for energy forecasting, prediction forecasting, and also optimization. These models are developed as we speak. We are in a process of training them with the synthetic data, and I would say from mid-July onwards, we will start training them with the live data from Expo. These models are now available on MindSphere. We are training them, but we're also bringing it customer centric, right? So it's not about training the data and how do we visualize those insights for the customer. So we are also now working on the tools. We will be having I would say AR application. Just imagine you will be standing in front of the building. We will use AI in terms of landmark identification. We will identify that's a building, right? And the AI does the trick using deep learning techniques. By getting those insights about the buildings. We have multiple buildings at Expo. I have mentioned more than 130 plus buildings. And once the building is identified, it will get the data based on the KPIs for that particular identified landmark. It will also do the forecast based on the trends and the information what we have captured based on historical data. It will process with additional parameters, right? And what we are also going to have is able to not only predict but start optimizing it. So we would know what are the power hungry assets in a building which are consuming a lot of energy. In this case, it would be predominantly HVAC. So we would be able to look at those touch points and say, okay, what could be optimized there by either recommending the new, set points, be it for AHUs or FCUs and so on and so forth. So this work is in progress. I'm looking forward, Uli and Aubrey, if you can visit us in October. More than happy to show that work what we have done.
I guess so, and I think you just make a great PR that all data scientists will join the expo, just to say, like, hey, where can I get going here? It seems to be like also challenges, with cool data and real world applications. Super nice.
I would love to, and then we could have a podcast episode live from Dubai. I think that would be quite bold.
We should do that, Aubrey. Actually, we will have 6 months of, I would say, our own event space at Expo. More than happy to actually have that kind of in a podcast from Expo, showcasing what we delivered at Expo. There's a lot of work done by our SI colleagues, smart infrastructure buildings team, be it smart building solutions or security topics and access control and other stuff, security command and control center, plus MindSphere as an IoT platform, holistic, and the deep learning and reinforcement learning AI use cases. What else can you ask for?
Sure.
Let's stay in touch. Thanks for the invite. So you already touched upon the AI for Sustainability hackathon, on the data that was gathered there and used there. And so if we look back in the last 160 years, world fairs across the globe have showcased innovations that really shape and disrupt our daily lives. And in current times, where it's all about co-creation to generate innovation, can you maybe share some of your perspectives on the aspect of sustainability and how technology can really help to tackle the negative impacts of urbanization, for example?
It is critical for the future for future generations and for Mother Earth itself, right? Sustainability is key. How responsible we all will be going forward. What has happened, but how can we have a better future? This is where sustainability will be a key element, awareness, what we can create, and actually bringing this to the life of every person who's impacted directly or indirectly. So this is where the technology plays a mega role. Seeing is believing. If you don't see, you don't act, right? That's what is important part of it. So bringing the right touch points, bringing the data from different segments, and making sure that we create that awareness. And it cannot be done by an organization or a country. We are all in this together as I would say one world, because you cannot say we can ignore certain parts of the world and we can only have an impressive technology and very perfect KPIs for sustainability in one part of the world. We live in I would say a global village now. So sustainability is more like a global topic. The initiatives what we see which are happening really good, but more has to be done, be it business to society, how business are going to impact, take this as a topic forward. And we as Siemens, we are a living example what we do for sustainability. We have our aspirational goals and we are actually doing great there. Um, you cannot stop the urbanization, but again, how do we make that transition and more sustainable is something what we need to look at. And this is where the smart cities, smart districts, smart buildings, and all of this play a key role in that. That's what I would say. Potential to co-create, co-innovate. It is always there, and this is where we should also reach out. Companies like Siemens or anyone else of that scale should look at the eco partnership. We should come together. There's a lot of technology available globally, which we can put for I would say human centric use and solve these challenges of sustainability.
So Afsa, finally, let's also talk a little bit about challenges and learnings, right? So the initial Expo 2020 should have happened, like the name also indicates, in 2020. And so all your energy and dedication went to that launch. And then suddenly the pandemic hit us globally, and also the Expo had to be postponed. What did that actually do to you? And maybe what were some of the key lessons that you picked up and that you can maybe share with our audience out there, maybe also in terms of leadership?
Yeah, that's been an interesting thing with the pandemic hitting us, right? So we were working on tight timelines. It's an amazing project with high visibility, and we're working with multiple partners on site. It's a mega infrastructure project if you look at. Uh, Pandemic hitting us was a challenge that to handle, and it was really difficult for us to actually replan everything. Where you're not physically, we're trying to limit the number of resources going to site, and just imagine a project of this size is scale and size needs a lot of activities on site. And with pandemic, a limitation of number of people going in, and at times closure of certain sites because of variety of reasons, and reopening them and replanning everything, not only because it has a cascading effect. Because just imagine, there's a company who has to do a certain piece of element in the passive infrastructure. You have a different partner doing the active infrastructure, which is nothing but IT part of it. Then we come in with our technology, sensors, and everything. So it's a lot of coordination. That really made us think, and thanks to the entire Siemens team and even partners, showing that intent and the spirit of one team to actually deliver the project, right? It's like one big happy family, Expo and partners. We had our own share of challenges, but the good part is we have overcome. The spirit was simple: uh, progress where you can every day, do as much you can, and if you can't do today, randomly there would be a request. So we can't go with the long-term project planning. You should be agile. You should be able to adapt based on what you get to work, what space you get to work, what's the team available. And at times due to pandemic, you also have impact on the team. Certain team members are not available, directly impacted, indirectly impacted. So we have to do a lot of pre-planning. So being agile has really helped us in this process, and being adaptive, and not being in the very silo world of a rigid world of I would follow the structure. So we're just planning and replanning, not being reactive, but already always thinking about what could be the next thing, what could be the challenge coming from one or other sides. So it has to do with a lot of planning and the team spirit and the motivation of the team members. Just imagine a lot of team members had a family back home or anywhere else or locally impacted, and just keeping those spirits up and working, it's not easy for anyone. And that thanks to all the team members here. I want to really thank them for bringing that, like I would say, the passion and the drive and professionalism, irrespective of what happens, with a common cause of delivering the project. I think we overcame a lot of challenges. There's a lot of learning. We can reapply this, and all I can say is it's an amazing project. Never seen such a project. Pandemic has just given us a different perspective, but yes, it's an amazing project.
Yeah, awesome.
Love that. And I also love how you turn challenges into great lessons and great opportunities. And thanks so much for sharing that. And also thanks so much for taking the time today to be our guest, our genius mind in the show. It was truly amazing, and I learned so much. So thanks. And before we finish this episode, Afzal, we want to play our favorite game, Uli, right? It's authentic autocomplete. So
do you have a trademark for that, actually? You should have a trademark for that. Or no, we just open source it, right? Everybody can use the authentic.
Everybody. And today it's you, Afzal. So for the closing, I will give you a couple of sentence starters and you will just finish. Afzal, are you ready?
Looking forward. I know this is an interesting piece. Let me try.
Okay, let's start right away. So Siemens is
an awesome company to work, continuously adapting, can do more.
Beautiful. Smart cities are
that are human-centric, safe, secure, provides quality of life and livelihood.
Well put. Technology with purpose is.
This is an interesting question. Yeah, let me do justice to this. It's all about entrepreneurial approach, solving some most pressing challenges, transforming every day for be it a customer or a society.
Bam! Nice one.
COVID has taught me
being humble, thankful, and how an amazing team can take care of things.
Beautiful. And last but not least, it's quite a tough one, Afzal. So if I could invent a rule for everyone in the world to follow, it would be?
Oh, God. Okay. So rules. Treat others you want yourself to be treated.
That's an easy one, right? Love that. Yeah.
I wish the world was that simple, but yes, we can try.
Yes. Afzal, thanks so much for your time. I know you're super busy, and but on the other side, I've experienced you're very charming, empathic, and very approachable and accessible on all channels. Thanks so much for giving us some insights on the role of machine learning and data on this amazing project.
Thank you, Aubrey and Uli, for this opportunity, and thank for the opportunity to share thoughts. Yeah.
And folks out there, stay tuned, stay bold, committed, and open-minded, and we'll definitely hear us at the next Siemens AI Lab podcast. Cheers.